People in shape aren't special. They don't have more willpower than you. They simply make the good decisions more convenient and the bad decisions less convenient. You don't need more willpower. You just simply need to prime your environment to make the next step easier. Getting into the best shape of your life in 2024 isn't as difficult as you may anticipate it to be. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to optimize your diet, cardio, and workouts. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Now, I know it can be kind of daunting to start your new fitness journey of like, oh, I have to eat healthy all the time. I have to start exercising regularly. I have to do cardio. I have to drink more water. But when you really break down the things and the habits required to help you achieve your fitness goals, it's actually not as hard as you may anticipate it to be. Now, when it comes to the diet, I see so many people make some super stupid, obvious mistakes. So the first thing you want to do to help improve your diet in 2024 is make it obvious. And now if I were to go into your kitchen right now, open up your fridge, open up your pantry, and look inside and see what food is available to me, if I see donuts in your cupboard, if I see sugary cereals, if I see ice cream in your freezer, if I see just like a bunch of crap food in your kitchen, well, you're not going to like make it easier on yourself to start eating healthy, right? So what I personally like to do, and I'm a pretty extreme example of this, but whenever I want to just like eat as healthy as I can, what I do is I'll just eliminate all the junk food out of my house. That is such a big hack. I don't know why a lot of people don't talk about this, but simply put, if it's not inside, it is not in mine. So whenever I go into my kitchen, as soon as I open up the fridge, the first thing I see are some fruits, vegetables, maybe some protein of chicken breast, egg whites, eggs, beef. When I open up my freezer, all I see is frozen vegetables and frozen fruits. When I open up my pantry, I only see my oatmeal, maybe some bananas and avocados. That is literally all I see. Whereas if I were to open up my pantry and first thing I see are a box of donuts and some brownies and some sugary cereal, well, it's going to be a lot harder for me to like stick to my diet, right? Because now I'm like surrounded by all these like sugary foods, which are hyper palatable, which basically means that they're super, super tasty and it's hard to like stop eating them. I want you guys to think about this. When was the last time you saw you or anyone you know binge eat on, let's say, broccoli, or binge eat on chicken breast, or binge eat on a salad? You never hear that. You most likely hear people binge eat on their brownies, on donuts, on pizza, on burgers, on fries. That's where people binge the most with, right? Not only because they're hyper palatable foods, but because they're high in fats, high in sugar, high in sodium, and just like high in like all these super tasty macronutrients and ingredients and flavors. It makes it a lot more likable for you to like eat a lot more of that, right? Plus, it doesn't help that they're super high in calories as well, so that's like not what you want. And so by you simply changing up your environment and just like not having the food in your house, I know it's a pretty extreme example, and I know a lot of people can't physically just like get rid of all the food in their house and just have only clean food. For example, if you live with your parents, or if you live with like different siblings, or your sister, or whoever it may be, your grandma, she still wants to eat her cookies every now and then. Well, here's what you can do instead. You can simply ask your grandma to lock up all the sweets in her secret cupboard, or have like a lock on something, or literally just like hide it in her bedroom, or just out of sight, out of mind, basically. Because once it's inside, it'll be in mind and you'll start thinking about it. Whereas if it's out of sight, it'll be out of mind. So that's a really big hack that you can start implementing right away. Get rid of it altogether or lock it up so you don't have direct access to it. And the reason why this is so cool, as you guys know, downstairs in my kitchen, there's like nothing but healthy food, right? Let's say I was really craving like a box of Oreos. How much friction is there to me where I am now to me eating the box of donuts? Well, let's break it down step by step. So what would I have to do? I would have to go downstairs. I'd have to put on my jacket, put on my shoes. I'd have to grab my car keys. I'd have to get into my car, start the car. I'd have to drive 20 minutes to the grocery store. I'd have to actually get into the grocery store. I'd have to walk inside, look at the different aisles, look at the different Oreos they have, because I know nowadays they have like a lot of different Oreo flavors, and I'm gonna have this decision fatigue. I don't know which one to get. I choose this limited edition one, and I go to the self-checkout. I pay for the Oreos, whether it's like $5 or $6, and go back into my car, drive all the way back. So I'm like literally an hour away from like me getting the Oreos back in my house to me eventually eating them. So as you guys can tell, just like step by step, there's like so much friction to where I am now to me actually cheating on my diet or having like this junk foods that is not going to help me reach my fitness goal. So by me simply like priming my environment to make the bad decisions less convenient and the good decisions more convenient is going to make it so much more likely for me to stick to my fitness goals. Because if I'm really hungry right now, and if I'm like super lazy and I don't want to go out and like waste an hour of my life to just grab Oreos, all I have to do is simply go downstairs and just eat the chicken breast that's in my fridge, or have the salad, or have the rice and potatoes, or have whatever's in my fridge, right? Because now, because it's so convenient, all I have to do is go downstairs, Even better yet, if you have some meal prep ready to go in your fridge, all you have to do is simply grab it from your fridge, put it in the microwave for about a minute, and then boom, there you go. A super healthy, delicious meal right in front of you, almost like a minute away. Whereas the Oreos are like an hour away. So as you guys can tell, there's a lot of friction here. And I do know that nowadays it is pretty convenient to cheat on your diet, whether it's like ordering food, getting Uber Eats, or even if you just drive anywhere, the fast food restaurants are like around every corner. But in your household, where you are in full control of your environment, why not try to optimize that the best you can? Now let's use the same example, but then using water instead. Let's say your New Year's resolution is to start drinking more water in 2024. Well, how can we realistically improve our water intake? Here's exactly how you can do that. When something's inside, it'll be in mind. So by you simply having a water bottle on you at all times throughout the day, first thing in the morning, at work, at the gym, on your commutes, at the dinner table, at your desk, wherever you are, as long as you have a water bottle on you, and as long as it's kind of like inside, it'll always be in mind. And whenever you kind of get bored, or whenever you kind of feel like your throat is getting kind of dry, you're automatically gonna just like start sipping on your water. There's actually been studies shown that if you have water on you, whether it's at work or at school, you are more likely to drink more water as opposed to if it's not there with you. So if you simply want to start drinking more water, I know it sounds so obvious, but all these things when it comes to developing any new habits, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, is by simply just like making it more convenient to actually do the thing that you want to do and less convenient for you not to do the thing that you don't want to do. So when it comes to your water intake, just like have water bottle on you at all times, whether it's like a small water bottle that you have to refill, but ideally have like a gallon jug, like a 4-liter massive water bottle on you, which like all the bodybuilders carry with them everywhere they go. You may look like a bodybuilder, but hey, that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? And you're gonna have it with you everywhere you go, and you're gonna sip on it whenever you're bored. I guarantee you that gallon is full at the start of the day, and you bring it with you everywhere you go, the gallon of water is gonna be completely empty by the end of the day, simply by it just being in your environment. And now if you really dread the taste of water, because I do know a lot of people just like don't like the taste of water, you can simply enhance the flavor of your water. So nowadays, if you go to the grocery store at like the energy drink aisle or section, there's a lot of like water enhancers, like the Mio, the Kool-Aids, the different squirts that you actually can put into like water. Most of them are 0 calories as well. They may have some weird chemicals in it, but everything in moderation is totally fine. And if you want to really enhance your water intake, definitely go ahead and do that. Plus, most sugary drinks also have like 0 calorie alternatives. Most lemonades also have 0 calorie lemonade alternatives. So there's a bunch of ways for you to just like drastically increase your water intake. Just make sure that it is super obvious for you to drink it, and also make it more attractive for you to actually drink more water. Now, let's say you want to improve your cardio. Let's say you're living a super sedentary lifestyle. You work a 9-to-5 desk job. You have a hard time just like being physically active. What should I do here? Like, it's all well just like priming my environment to like eat healthy food and like having water on me at all times, but how can I physically start moving more? That's a great question. Let me answer that. So in my last productivity video, I explained to you guys the importance of laying out your clothes the night before, and you guys can do the exact same thing when it comes to your gym clothes. So let's say you want to apply one of the principles that I explained in my last video, and you want to eat the frog first thing in the morning. You want to get your cardio section done and out of the way so that you feel on top of the world, you feel amazing afterwards. Well, here's what you could do step by step to help you increase your daily step count. And I love using this hack. I tell this to my clients all the time, and it helps so much. I do this personally as well. But basically what I'll do is I'll grab my phone and I'll download 7 to 10 podcasts on my phone that I'm like really interested and like just like really intrigued to like learn more about. These could be podcasts about health, about fitness. They could be audiobooks as well, about like some fiction books. They could be about like the news, some politics, about sports, whatever you're into. Download some super cool podcasts that you like are dying to like, just like, oh, I'm so excited to listen to this one. Download them on your phone and make a rule to yourself that you can only listen to this podcast while you're outside or while you're on a treadmill getting your steps in. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to get immediate reward when you do the activity. Because I know for a lot of people, they dread just like getting their steps in, whether it's walking outside on the road or in the forest or on a treadmill. Like, it is kind of boring just like walking and getting steps in. But if you can make that activity a lot more enjoyable and actually get like an instant reward from doing the activity, the chance of you sticking to it and turning it into a habit are going to be far more likely. So grab your earphones, grab your phone, and make a rule to yourself that you can only listen to those podcasts while you're outside. You cannot listen to it when you're commuting, in your car, when you're doing the chores, when you're doing the dishes. Those are the podcasts you can only listen to while you're walking outside. I do this personally all the time, and I really look forward to getting my steps in now. I can't believe I wasn't doing this in the past before, but podcasts are such a game changer. If you're not into podcasts, like I talked about, you can do audiobooks as well, or even like if you're like kind of weird and kind of crazy, you can just like listen to like some music, whether it's classical music or whatever type of music. The reason why I enjoy podcasts is because podcasts are more of like a longer form kind of like media, whereas songs usually only last about 3 to 4 minutes. And unless you want to keep changing songs for like an hour straight, I always usually advise doing like a podcast instead. And on top of that, making sure that you have your shoes ready to go first thing in the morning, making sure that you have your walking outfit ready to go as soon as you wake up, just like making all these steps a lot easier for you and a lot more convenient to actually start doing right away will make getting your steps in effortless. And now lastly, let's talk about working out, exercising, actually getting your butt into the gym and doing some of the workouts. When it comes to that, the exact same thing applies. So if you want to do your workout first thing before work, or maybe during work or after work, whenever you have the free time to do it, again, lay out your gym clothes the night before and also make sure that there's some nice gym clothes. Like don't wear some like crappy gym outfit that you don't really feel confident in. Wear some really like cool gym outfits, maybe from like Gymshark or Athlete, or better yet, MyProtein, and you guys can use code Cohnan at checkout to get some super cool gym clothes and super affordable, and they're super nice as well. Try them on and like look at yourself in the mirror and like maybe do some different poses, see how you look in them, see how you feel in them, and then from there you actually feel confident in your gym clothes. And now by you having like a good set of gym clothes, you actually look forward to wearing them, better yet, at the gym as well. So make sure that you have a good set of clothes, maybe a couple different shirts, a couple different shorts, some nice cool shoes, some nice socks, maybe have like a super cool gym playlist on your phone that again you can only listen to while you're at the gym. Grab some cool headphones, whatever you can do just to like make you going to the gym a lot more exciting. Maybe grab like a really cool pre-workout as well that you've never tried before. Pre-workout definitely helps because as you guys know, the main ingredient in most pre-workouts is caffeine, and caffeine is like this magical drug that just gets you super excited, super amped up, and just like puts you in such a good mood in general. Definitely advise you guys not to like overdo the caffeine because it is technically a drug, and overdoing it can definitely cause more harm than good. So make sure that you limit your caffeine intake to just like the regular dosage. The FDA usually recommends no more than 400 milligrams per day. But yeah, grab like a nice pre-workout, have a good gym playlist, and kind of like amp yourself up. What's even better is that you can maybe grab one of your friends from work, or maybe one of your neighbors, or maybe like your spouse, or your brother, your sister, or one of your really close friends, and go with them to the gym to kind of hold you accountable as well. Because if one of your family members or one of your friends are going to the gym with you, they'll kind of like hold you accountable and also kind of like motivate you to do your own workout as well, right? Because if you see them freaking crushing their own fitness goals, it kind of makes you feel bad and say like, hang on, like if my friend can do this, if my friend is pushing himself in a gym, like why aren't I pushing myself in a gym? So having someone else there, whether it's a trainer or a friend or someone there to just hold you accountable, makes a world of a difference. So those are some actionable tips that you can start implementing right away to help improve your diet, helping you drink more water, help getting you more steps in, and helping you do more workouts. And now keep in mind, guys, creating any new habits, whether it's good or bad, is going to take some time, and there will be some friction along the way. For example, the diet example is going to be really difficult to start. Getting your steps in is going to be really difficult to start. Drinking more water is going to be really difficult. Doing more workout, like it is all going to be difficult. I don't just want to make it appear like it's so easy. All you have to do is just prime your environment to make the next step easier. Like, okay, it's all well and good saying that, Conan, but does this actually apply in the real world? Yes, it absolutely does. Like all my clients do it. I do it myself personally. This is what I preach. I'm all about habit building, but keep in mind, building up habits do take some time. But here's the magic about habits, and here's why I'm such a big fan of having habits. Although they may take some time to like start to build up and gain some momentum, once you've established something as a habit, whether it's eating healthier, getting more steps in, drinking more water, or exercising regularly, once that thing does turn into a habit, you'll pretty much be on autopilot and you won't even have to like think twice about doing the activity. Like I'm at a stage right now in my career where working out, like there's no friction there. Like I don't even have to second guess myself to go to the gym. When it comes to me getting my steps in, like I enjoy getting my steps in. When it comes to me eating healthy, I enjoy eating healthy. I would so much rather eat healthy than eat unhealthy because I just find it a lot more tasty. I feel a lot better. I have better mood, better energy levels. I just overall feel so much better. So for me right now, doing all the healthy habits, I have like no friction to do it whatsoever. However, that wasn't always the case. When I was a teenager, just starting to get into like this fitness lifestyle, I was watching a bunch of like YouTube videos and there's like so much different information. One person tells you to do this, the other person tells you to do that. What diet should I follow? The keto diet, the paleo diets. But ultimately what I found is that just by me taking it one step at a time and just like slowly but surely stacking these habits on top of one another, before you know it, after a couple months, maybe take take people a couple of years, but eventually, if you stay consistent and do not give up, you are going to be at a place where everything will just run so smoothly and there will be no friction whatsoever. And of course, there's going to be a couple bumps on the road. Biggest thing here is just being as consistent as you can. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but the biggest thing that separates those who are in shape versus those who aren't simply comes down to consistency. Everyone messes up, everyone cheats on their diet, everyone misses a workout, everyone maybe like doesn't get their sleep in on certain days, but the people that are in shape right now, they all have that happen. I have that happen myself as well, but we do not let that discourage us from us getting back on track again. Because a lot of people, as they start out, they may have a couple good days strung together, but then on maybe the third day or the fourth day or the fifth day, come the weekend, everything just kind of like takes a backseat and they maybe binge on their diet or they maybe miss their workout and they let that one bad day just kind of like ruin all their progress and just like let that one bad day turn on like one bad weekend, and then one bad weekend will turn into one bad week, and then one bad week will turn into one bad month, and then before you know it, you've lost all your momentum and all the hard work that you've put into building up these habits has now completely vanished. So hopefully this all made sense to you guys, and hopefully you guys can start implementing these tips right away to help you create the habits necessary for you to get into the best shape of your life in 2024. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please be sure to go give this video a thumbs up. I'd highly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.